What's up, guys? Magicalibra here today, and I have got Dark Magician test hands for you guys. So, what we will be doing in today's test hand video is we'll be doing 5 test hands without negations and 5 test hands with negations. So, let's go ahead and hop right into it. I'll go ahead and put this over here. And now, I know you can't see the extra deck, the filled zone, the grave, or the deck, because if I zoom out, it's kind of like that. You kind of see the edge of the desk, so you know, we can kind of zoom about there. We'll have something at the top, but, you know, at least you can kind of see the extra deck and stuff like that, and the deck and the grave. So, it's decent quality, not the best. So, we're going to go ahead and shuffle the deck up. Alright. It's all shuffled. Alright. We're going to do, first 5 test hands will be without negations. Alright, so we're going first hands. We have Apprentice, Punishment, Rod, Saravis, and Gozen. Going first, no negations. We will do Normal Summon, Magician, or actually, yes. Normal Summon, Magician's Rod to get a search. We will search, you could search the Soul Servant. Yes, you want to search the Soul Servant. Yeah, you want to do that. You really want souls right now, but that's okay too. Search the Soul Servant. Alright, then we're going to, you can kind of see the hand in the background. We're going to activate Apprentice to discard Gozen to the grave to special the Apprentice. Apprentice will then search the Dark Magician. That glare is kind of just getting to me. Search the Dark Magician. Then we will link for 2 into our Predaplant. We will then Predaplant activate, sending Red Eyes Fusion for cost. Sending Red Eyes Fusion for cost. Resolving, sending Red Eyes Black Dragon and the Dark Magician. Summoning out our Dragoon. I usually summon them in the far right, but you know, it's alright. We'll just do it in the middle, it don't really matter. Alright. Now we can no longer special summon for the rest of the turn. We did normal summon, so that took up our normal summon. Alright. We can then set the Dogmatic Punishment. Actually, no, keep it. You don't want to set it just yet. Depending on what you draw, you may get rid of it. You'll activate the Soul Servant. Top deck the could do Secrets of Dark Magic. Yeah, top deck the Secrets of Dark Magic. Put that on top. Activate Soul Servant. Draw the Secrets of Dark Magic. They generally will let you do it because, you know, you can no longer special. So you draw that. Then you're going to leave Punishment in your hand. Set the Secrets. And leave the Dark Magician and Saravis in hand. This way, turn 2, you can, or no, you want to leave that in hand. That way, going second, they draw, they do their thing. You can discard Punishment to negate. And that's all cool and stuff. Then once they do their thing, you'll activate the Secrets. You can do one of 2 things right now. You can either fuse 2 darks on the field, or you can fuse Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon, or you can fuse Dark Magician, Dragon Effect Monster, and pull out another Dark Magician, or Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is Dragoon. So you can do that, and you can kind of, if you do this play, you can still summon another Dragoon, which is fine. So it's all up to the Dragoon play at that point. All right. I'll go ahead and shuffle this up again. And for the sake of video, let's go ahead and power shuffle into 3. Generally, after every duel, you want to power shuffle in a pile of 8, just so you can kind of shuffle your cards back out and even them up. So if we look at it now, it's mainly monsters in between, so that's good. Alright. Starting for our next test hand, we have Shaddoll Schism, which is bad. Dark Magic Attack, bad. Circle, okay. Apprentice, okay. And Dark Magician. Pretty bad hand, not gonna lie. So you actually can't use these at all right now, so that's actually pretty bad. But what you can do is discard the Dark Magician, Special Apprentice, Apprentice effect, search the Dark Magician. Alright. Then you can activate the circle, and because we did the Apprentice, let's shuffle the deck. Alright, and cut the deck. Check the top 3, which is Gozen, Sky Striker, and Suuuuuuuuub. So nothing. So this is actually a bad hand. So that's about all you can do with that. So that was actually a pretty bad hand. Not gonna lie. So we got a bad hand. Which, when you're playing with a deck like this, it is likely that you can get a bad hand, but depending on what you play inside the deck, really helps smooth out the deck. And probably power shuffling in a pile of 3 is probably what caused that. So we're just gonna shuffle really well for the sake of the video, because you know, if you shuffle good, you know, you get good cards. If you don't shuffle that well, you generally brick. All right. There we go. That should be fine. All right. Draw Red Eyes Fusion, Rod, Suuuuuuuub, Illusion of Chaos, and Souls. This is actually a pretty decent hand. I wish the Red Eyes Fusion was back in our deck, but that's fine. So what we can do is we can activate Illusion of Chaos to add Apprentice to our hand. Actually, we can add the Dark Magician Girl? Question mark? No, we got Souls. So yeah, we want to add the Apprentice to our hand. Then we can put the Red Eyes Fusion back on top of the deck. So now they know, our opponent knows we have these 2 in our hand. Alright. Then activate the Magician Souls, sending the Dark Magician Girl for cost. And now your opponent knows. 3 cards in your hand. So 2 cards are a mystery. But because you got to send Dark Magician Girl for cost, you shuffle your deck, meaning Red Eyes Fusion is no longer on the top of your deck. Now it's hopefully somewhere deep in there. At the very bottom, hopefully. Now you get to special the Magician's Souls. You can no longer use the Illusion of Chaos. You then can special the Apprentice in defense by discarding the Illusion of Chaos. Apprentice will then search the Dark Magician. I generally like to search that one. Alright. Then you will normal summon the Rod. Effect to search. You're going to get both Dark Magician and Girl in grave. You want to search Salvation. because that will work. Search the salvation. All right. So currently your opponent does not know what the Suuuuuuuuub is, but they do know what Dark Magician and Salvation are. All right. Game knowledge is good. Next, you're going to activate the Salvation. Don't know if you can see it over here on the side. Its effect to set the Eternal. If I can find the Eternal. Yeah, if only I can find the Eternal. Set the Eternal. Shuffle the deck. Activate the Magician's Souls, sending Salvation and the Eternal to draw 2. Drawing 1. Dark Magic Attack, drawing 2. Goes in match, pretty good. Alright. I'm going to link the Souls and the Rod. Go into the Predator Plant. Checking Grave. Good. Alright. Activating the Predator Plant, sending, paying 2,000 life, and sending Red Eyes Fusion for cost. Alright. Going to resolve. Going to send the Dark Magician and the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Summoning out the Dragoon. Alright. Then you can set the Gozen, because all you have are darks right now. So now you have a your opponent doesn't know what the set card is. They don't know what the Dark Magic Attack is or the Suuuuuuuuub. So it's 2 cards they don't know, but they do know that you have a Dark Magician in your hand. So what you can do is you can discard the Dark Magician to negate for Dragoon, and then or you can discard the Dark Magic Attack. It's up to you. But you want to discard the Dark Magician, flip Gozen, so that's 2 interruptions. And if they try to attack into the Dragoon, you can always boost it with Apprentice, but they most likely won't do that because it'll be at 4,000. And then they'll get rid of this. So that's 2 to 3 interruptions. And potentially 4 if they try to target the Predator Plant, so you can discard that as well. So yeah, that's 3 to 4 interruptions actually. 2 to 4 interruptions. So pretty cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go into test hand number 4. All right. Generally, we go Dragoon first turn. That's generally what we do. And then we go into our other extra deck later. Sometimes we go into the links almost right off the bat. But you generally want to do the links like going second. Otherwise, it doesn't really work out. Alright. So test hand number 4 is Punishment, Eternal Soul, goes in, holy crap, Upstart, okay. And Dark Magic Attack. Holy Jesus Lord Almighty. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is activate Upstart Goblin. Hope you get something. You get a Soul Servant. This is bad. All you can do is activate the Soul Servant. Put the Magician's Souls on top of your deck. Then you're going to set the Dogmatica Punishment. You're going to set the Gozen match. And yeah, that's just going to be it, because you want to save the Eternal Soul and the Dark Magic Attack, because you want them to think you have good stuff, but you're holding back. So you're just going to set those 2, because you can activate the Gozen and the Punishment to pop their monster. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Then you'll draw the Souls, special the Souls, send these 2 to draw 2 more. And then you can banish the Soul Servant to draw at least 1, because you'll have a Dark Magician or Girl Engraved because you sent it with Souls. But other than that, that was pretty bad. Not gonna lie, I've never had that hand before. That's actually pretty strong right there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle really well again because we don't want another hand. This will be the final test hand with no negations. Hopefully we can get some of our other cards to go into more combo. Because generally the Dark Magician stuff, everybody knows. But for this deck, we want to showcase off some of the other stuff. Alright. Starting off, we have Sky Striker Ace, Mecha Hornet Drones, Magician's Rod, Secrets of Dark Magic, Soul Servant, and Circle. Now, that's a good hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good hand. Alright, so generally you want this going second, but it's okay. We're going to save the Hornet Drones for last. Alright, so you're going to start off by activating Circle, chaining Soul Servant. Soul Servant will top deck the Magician's Salvation. Yeah, it'll top deck the Magician's Salvation. Because you got the Circle already. So we're going to top deck the Magician's Salvation. Putting it on top. Soul Servant goes to grave. Circle resolve. Magician's Salvation goes in and goes in. Okay, so we're gonna add Salvation, set the two goes ins back on top. Definitely activate Salvation over here in the field zone. Going to set the Eternal from deck. Shuffle the deck. Hopefully those two goes ins get mixed up somewhere. Alright, setting the Eternal. Then going to normal summon the Rod, affect the search. Actually, at this point, the smart move would be to activate the Hornet Drones. Because if we search anything off a Rod, we've got the Soul Servant, the Eternal, Circle, Salvation. The only thing we would get off a Rod would be Dark Magic Attack. Another Eternal or Soul Servant. I think that's about it. So yeah, the best move to play would be to activate the Hornet Drones. Special the token. Link the token off into Sky Striker Ace Kagari. Activate Kagari. Add back the Hornet Drones. Alright. Link Kagari off into Kaina, or Hayate, my bad. So used to saying Kaina. Then activate Hornet Drones, special the token back, link the token off, go into Link Spider. Alright, now you're still going first, so gotta remember that you're still going first. So now you're going to link off the Sky Striker Hayate and Link Spider into the Dark Charmer. You won't be able to get its effect because of you're going first, so your opponent doesn't have any monsters in the grave that are dark to special. So now you're going to normal summon the Rod, effect to search Dark Magician Spell or Trap. So we don't want to search the Dark Magic Attack. We could search a Soul Servant. We don't really want to search the Eternal Soul. Separate those. So yeah, the best thing would be to search the Soul Servant. Alright, so we search that. Now we've got a Secrets and Soul Servant in our hand. Alright. So next up, you're gonna link. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 spells in grave. So now you're gonna link these two off to make a link 3, which is Sling Queen. Then you're going to activate. Well, see, you're going first, so you don't really want to make the Sling Queen. You could go access code right now, because Sling Queen would bring back the rod, and then you can make access, but you don't really want to do access. Because you're going first. Access is not good going first, it's good going second. So at this point, you want to link the dark and the rod into a verte. Alright, then you're going to want to activate the verte, sending Red Eyes Fusion for cost, and then the materials to resolve. See, now this actually was an excellent hand. So summon the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Still got 2 cards in hand. Going to... You've got no Dark Magician Girl yet, so you're going to activate the Soul Servant. It's top deck. Probably the Magician Souls. You could go Apprentice. In fact, you probably should, but that's fine. We're gonna top deck the Magician Souls on top. Alright, putting that on top. Then you're just gonna pass turn here. So you're gonna pass with a Dragoon, Eternal Circle combo. So that's 2 interruptions. You don't have a girl engraved, so you can't really do Salvation. But what you're going to want to do is next turn you're going to want to hard draw the Souls, send Dark Magician Girl off of Souls to get the special. Then you're going to banish a Soul Servant to draw 2. Then you're going to use the the Souls to send the Secrets, or I guess the Salvation and the Secrets, or maybe another spell or trap you draw off of those 2 to send that to draw 2, or off of that one to draw 2. But basically, yeah, you just at this point you have 2 interruptions, and you draw into 4 cards. All right, so now we're gonna go into the interruptions type of play. All right. I'll go ahead and organize my little extra deck here. All right. Next, we are going to go into the interruptions, which are going to be 5 test hands for interruptions. See, in this video, someone mentioned to me in another video that I took down, is that I should really script my my introductions. And you know, I understand scripting is nice, but I don't really prefer to script, because then I'm just sitting there reading and I'm not really doing anything in the video. I'm just all I'm doing is reading. I'd rather do something, talk, and be like, I stupid. Just because I like being real, and you know, real people, they don't say the words like a script says it. Real people, they go and you know, they think about stuff. So I try to think on my feet and be that way. All right, so my foot's kind of going numb, so I gotta spread it out. All right, so now we're gonna do 5 test hands with negations. So cut that. All right. Starting off with test hand number 1, we got Sky Striker Michael Hornet Drones, Apprentice, Illusion, Gozen, and Diviner. Now that's actually pretty good as far as going for negations. So starting off, we're going to bait the negate, activate the Illusion of Chaos to search. They're going to think we're Brett, so they are going to Ash Blossom that, because it adds from deck to hand. All right, so that's 1 negate. Next up, you're going to discard it to special summon the Apprentice. They are going to, activate either Effect Veiler or Imperm. Negate it, so you can't search. All right, shutting your deck down for most people. Next, you're going to normal summon the Diviner. Activate its effect to search. Now, generally 2 negations is what people do. But if you're going against YCS level, which is about 3 or 4 negations every time, then you're doing good. So we're going to go ahead and say they activate the Imperm because they did effect failure. We're going to say they activate Imperm on this and negate it as well. So that's 3 negations, 2 cards left in hand. What do we do? All right, so we're going to link these two into, link those two into the either Predaplant or Dark Charmer. It's one of the two. I think we go into Dark Charmer and then we go Predaplant last. All right, so Dark Charmer. Then we activate the Magicalibra Drone, special the token. All right, then we link the token off into Kagari. Activate Kagari, add back Hornet Drone. Then we're going to link these two into maybe not. Hold on. We're going to link the Kagari into the Hayate. Then we're going to link these two into Predaplant. Then we're going to, because we still have the Gozen and the Hornet Drones in hand. We could do Hornet Drone, special the token, and link into Link Spider. But you don't really want to do that. So I'd probably keep the Hornet Drone, keep the Link Spider. And instead, you're going to activate Predaplant. You're going to send, because we baited 3 negates. They really shouldn't have a 4th one at this point unless you're legit at a YCS or something really, really strong tournament scale-wise. Finding the Red Eyes Black Dragon. So you're going to send the Red Eyes Fusion for cost. Then you're going to go Red Eyes Black Dragon, Dark Magician. Alright. Summon out the Dragoon. And set Gozen. And have Dragoon for negate. And generally, a lot of people are playing Sword Soul. So they summon like their fire or their earth, their wind, their dark, their light, whatever. So long as it's not water. Flip Gozen, lock them into whatever attribute they have. Hopefully it's not water. And then they're just locked into that. And so are we. We're locked into darks. Then they activate their other effect, you negate. And yeah. Now, checking, did we have Soul Servant? No, we did not. Alright, so we went through 3 negations and we still got Dragoon Gozen, which is pretty strong board as well. So, we're going to try to go through 3 as well, but maybe not. Alright, so that was test hand number 1. It's actually a pretty perfect test hand, by the way. Right, and we have those. All right, next test hand we have another Hornet. Okay, another Gozen. Okay, Soul Servant. Cool. Punishment and Herald. Okay, so legit 2 cards different than what we had. So going through 3 negations. We're going to make our opponent think we're playing Sky Strikers. So we're going to activate Hornet Drones, special the token, link the token into Kagari, activate Kagari to add back the Hornet Drones. Either they'll negate this or they'll allow it, and then you'll do Hornet Drone, special the token. So we're going to add this back. Link back the Kagari into Hayate. then they are going to, usually at this point, if they didn't negate Kagari, at this point they're going to negate Hayate by, I believe, either negating its effect, I believe. So that's 1, 2, 3 specials. Not sure where they would, honestly, legit, like, let's not do that, all right? Because generally they will negate Kagari's effect to add back Hornet Drones. So they're going to negate the effect to add it back, say Effect Veiler, all right? Then we're going to link this off into the Hayate, all right? Then we are going to, because it's going first, they don't really need to worry about this. Next up, we are going to normal summon Diviner, activate Diviner effect. They're going to Effect Veiler, or I guess they did that already, so they're going to imperm it. All right, cool, that's negated. All right, next up, we're going to link these two off into the Predator Plant. Then we're going to activate the Predator Plant, sending Red Eyes Fusion for cost. At this point, they can't ash this, so they either have to have some other negate. Maybe, I honestly don't know. Probably we specialed once, twice, 3 times. We normal summoned once, so that's 4, and then we linked, so that's 5. So at this point, they can Nibiru on summon, not effect activation. So at this point, they can Nibiru that, get out a 3,000 Nibiru, and give us legit a 500 token with 0 defense. So at that point, they could do that, but unlikely that they'll be doing that because they just Effect Veiler. Usually it's always Imperm, Ash Blossom, and either another Effect Veiler or Nibiru. But generally it's Effect Veiler because that's what a lot of people are doing. But for the new meta, I have seen them play Nibirus a lot. So we're going to say they're going to Nibiru us. So we are not going to send the Red Eyes Fusion at all. Where did the Red Eyes Black Dragon go? Did I pull it out? Nope, still in there. So we summon it, and then they Nibiru that, giving us a token, which is 0 defense, 500 attack. All right. Next off, you're gonna want to link the token off into the link spider. So that's 3 negations we just faced. All right. Then you're going to activate the Soul Servant to top deck the Magician's Souls. Probably the Magician's Souls. More than likely, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to top deck the Magician's Souls. Put it on top for next turn. Do the Souls, or put that in the grave. Then you're going to set the punishment, and you're going to set the Gozen. And then next turn, you're locked into Earth, so you want them to attack. You want them to get rid of the Link Spider somehow. The Nibiru token, I think it's light. So honestly, leaving that on field would probably have been best, but it's whatever. So you're going to activate punishment on their turn to pop a card. Then that's going to be it. You're locked. Until the end of your next turn, you won't be able to special from the extra deck. Then you can do Gozen and then lock them into that. But they can still attack over this easy 1,000 attack points. And that's about it. So that was test hand number 2. All right. Now we're going to go into test hand number 3. Hopefully we can do the should all thing, because I would really like that. If we don't, I'll just create a custom test hand, so a total of 11 at the very end. Alright, test hand number 3. Rod, Souls, Best, Gozen, awesome. Circle, even better. And Apprentice, wow. Okay, pretty good. Alright, so next up, you're going to bait out some negates. So you're going to activate the Magician Souls, sending Dark Magician Girl for cost. Alright. To then special summon. You're then going to normal summon the Rod. Effect to search. They're gonna Ash Blossom that. Alright. Then you're going to activate the circle. Top deck. It's fine. Looking at the top. Oh, even better. Even better. Rod. Alright. Dark Magic. We're going to add the Salvation. Putting Rod on top. Dark Magic attack on bottom. Going to activate the Salvation. Effect to set Eternal. Alright, so we're going to set the Eternal. Alright. Then we are going to... They know that we can draw 2 at this point, so what we're going to do is... We need a Dark Magician, so as far as they know, we don't have one. So at this point, you're going to activate the Magician Souls, sending the Salvation, and to send the Gozen. Just maybe not, maybe just send the Salvation to draw 1. Now they can effect Veiler this if they want, or they can save the effect Veiler to target the Predator Plant. So that's probably what they'll do. So we'll get to draw 1. We get another Gozen. Wow, hilarious. Should have sent the other Gozen. Alright. You will then discard the Gozen. Special the Apprentice. Apprentice effect to search Dark Magician. They used Ash on this. They're going to use Effect Veiler on that. So that's out the question. So next, you're going to get rid of the Souls and the Rod. Go into Predator Plant. Then they're going to, if they have an Imperm, they'll Imperm it. If not, you get out Dragoon, and you can special Dark Magician on their turn, and you have a discard. So it's all up to that point. At this point, we're going to say they Imperm this, all right? Then if you decide you want to play another Predator Plant, go right ahead. Make a Predator Plant, do it again. You'll go ahead and activate the Predator Plant, sending the Red Eyes Fusion. And then they'll Imperm it, and then you're dead right there. So no Predator Plant, alright. They've sent Effect Veiler, which is a light spellcaster. Not something you can really do much with that there. At this point, you just want to set the Gozen, and you don't have a Dark Magician, so Eternal Soul is dead. So your Gozen is the only interruption you have. At this point, you probably want to either... Actually, at this point, you have 3 spells. So at this point, you can link these 3 into a Selene. And then Selene, 3 spells. Bring back Apprentice. Apprentice, activate effect. bring out the Dark Magician to your hand. Hey, looky there. Look at that. Look at that. That's wonderful. We just kind of unbricked ourselves. All right. I really thought that was going to be it. So you add the Dark Magician. Link these three into an access code. Access code becomes a 5300 beater. You have only light and dark to remove for access code. Pretty bad. All right, so you've got a Gozen, Eternal to Special Circle, Banish, and your Gozen's 5300, so they got to get over 5300, and an unaffected 2500 beat stick. And you go Gozen, both of these are dark, so lock them into whatever attribute. So pretty cool. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and shuffle this and get into our fourth test hand. Selene Access Protoplat. Go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have Gozen Match, Upstart, Ecclesia, Apprentice, and Rod. So we're facing 3 negations. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate the Upstart. And generally they let it go through because they're like, yeah, I want 1,000 life points. So you draw 1, and it is an Eternal Soul. All right. So next up, you're going to ditch the Eternal Soul, special the Apprentice effect to search. They may or may not negate you because they're waiting for the Predaplant. So because they're seeing you're playing Dark Magicians, they know Dragoon's coming. They're waiting for Predaplant. So they're going to let this go through. So you're going to add the Dark Magician. Wow, it's all the way at the top. Very tip top. All right. Then you're going to normal summon the Rod. Effect to search. They're going to Ash Blossom that first negation. You're then going to link these off. Go into Predaplant. You're then going to all right, so you're then going to you can either activate Predaplant, do that, and they'll negate it. Which you probably, yeah, you're going to do that. You're going to pay 2,000, send the Red Eyes Fusion. They're going to imperm that. All right, so that's 2 negates. All right. You're then going to special summon Ecclesia and activate the effect to search. So they can then either effect better that, or if they don't have it, generally they don't always have 3, but we were doing 3 just to be like that. So we're going to kind of give ourselves a break right here, and we're going to allow the Ecclesia to search. So she gets to search a Dogmatica card, I believe. A Dogmatica card from deck to hand. So we get to search our fleur-de-lis. All right. Add that to hand. Then we can set the Gozen. This way, when we activate the Gozen, we can keep the fleur-de-lis and get rid of the Predaplant. So basically, you get 2 negations. You've got interruptions. You've got Gozen. That'll get rid of your Predaplant and lock them into whatever they have. And then during their main phase, activate this special and negate their monster effect. And then you've got 25 and 15 beater. And whenever either of these declare an attack, this once per turn gets to boost by 500, both of them. And that's permanent. So that's really cool. You can do that as well. All right. So that's test hand number 4. So now we're going to do our final test hand. Still haven't, I've kind of touched into the Dogmatic a little bit, but I haven't seen the Shadal engine, so we need that. Right. Final test 10. We've got Dark Magician, Upstart, Soul Servant, Gozen, and come on, Nadir. Circle. Okay. Not what we want. So there will be 11 test hands. So going first, 3 negations, or 2 to 3 negations. All right. So you're going to activate Circle, chain with Soul Servant, top deck the Magician's Souls. Yes, I know. The Eternal Soul the Circle cannot add the the Magician's Souls, and that's understandable. All right, putting the Magician's Souls on top. Circle resolving, looking at Magician's Souls, Eternal Soul, and Diviner. So we're going to add the Eternal Soul, setting Magician's Souls on top. All right. Generally, they just let that go through. They don't really stop that. I've never seen anybody stop it. It honestly, if you stopped the Circle by popping it, it would kind of mess up the play with the Soul Servant. All right. Next up, we're going to activate the Upstart to draw. We're going to add the Magician's Souls. Then we're going to activate Magician's Souls, sending the Dark Magician Girl. Special summoning the Souls. Then we are going to activate the Magician's Souls, sending... Actually, we're not going to activate it. We're just going to set Gozen Eternal and pass. That's what we're going to do. That way, next turn, we have Eternal Soul, special the Dark Magician from hand, and then chain Circle to target and banish, and then we got Gozen to lock them into whatever attribute. And then on our next turn, we can banish the Soul Servant because we have Dark Magician Girl. And we can draw 1, better, 2. Gozen again. Look at there. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we didn't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and find the cards I want in the deck that was not able to see. So we're going to start off with a Gozen. We're going to start off with a Nadir. We're going to start off with a Diviner. We're going to start off with Magician's Souls. And we're going to start off with an Illusion of Chaos. Alright, so this is probably bottom down best hand like ever. Alright, so starting off, we're going to go ahead and just play, not worry about negates. We're just going to play. So you're going to activate Summon Diviner, activate effect, send Herald. Herald will then search the Cerberus. You will then special the Magician's Souls, sending the Dark Magician Girl special. You will then activate the Illusion of Chaos. You will then add the Apprentice, shuffling the Illusion of Chaos on top. You will then activate Nadir Servant, sending the App Cologne to add the... Well, before you do that, you want to link these two off into Predaplant. You want to then activate Predaplant, sending Red Eyes Fusion Save that. Or I guess, save that. Send Red Eyes Fusion, send the materials, summon out your Dragoon. Then you're going to activate the Nadir, sending the app Cologne to add the Ecclesia. Alright. Then app Cologne will activate. We will get to add the Shadal Schism. And then we get to discard a card with app Cologne's effect. So we will discard the... you could have discarded the Saravis to protect your Predaplant from being targeted. But if you don't, it's still in your hand. You can either discard this or Gozen. So at this point, you want to discard... you want to discard Gozen. Now, we'll go ahead and discard the Saravis. Keep the Gozen. Then you can activate... Did you normal summon Rod this turn, Mason? Did you normal summon Rod? You normal summon Diviner. So you cannot special anymore after Predaplant. So, that's fine. You're going to go ahead and set the Schism and the Gozen. This way, you can discard the Ecclesia to negate with Dragoon. You can flip Gozen, lock them. You can activate Shadal Schism. You can banish Shadal App Cologne, and you can banish a dark, which we will banish the Magician's Souls, which is a dark. And then you will summon out the Window, always in attack mode. And then Window's also a dark. So all dark's fine. You just locked them into one special summon. You locked them into only attributes, and you have a negate to discard with the discard Ecclesia. And if all else fails, after that's 4,000, they try to attack into it, boost by 2k. So pretty much, if you didn't get no negates, that's like optimal board right here. But that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and don't forget to sub. And just kidding.